Would you pay $300 for a shoe that promises to make you faster, but with zero extra training? Because that's exactly what shoes like this are claiming to do. But are they actually worth it? Carbon-plated shoes, often called super shoes, have completely changed distance running. With shoes like the Alphafly have smashed records, the debate about them has now exploded. Are they a game changer? Are they a marketing gimmick? Or are they something in between? Let's break down the science, let's break down the hype, and let's see whether you should buy a pair. So what actually makes these shoes so much different? Well, inside the midsole, there is a carbon fiber plate, which combined with a super responsive spongy foam creates a spring-like effect and propels you forwards at a faster pace. Research has also shown improvements in running economy, meaning that you lose less energy running at the same pace. One early research study from the University of Colorado showed a running efficiency saving of up to 4%, which is massive over the course of a long race. Now 4% may not sound like much, but over the course of a marathon, that can be minutes off of your total time. So, do they actually make you faster? Here's the important part. They don't magically increase your fitness. What they do is they improve your running economy. So if you're already trained, you'll probably see some benefit. Almost every brand has their own carbon-plated race shoe. Even Temu and these Chinese brands are now cashing in on carbon-plated race shoes because they've become so popular. And you'll almost never see an elite runner run a race without a carbon-plated shoe these days. But here's where it gets interesting. Carbon-plated shoes are best for people who are chasing a PR, running marathons, running consistently, and have done so for quite an amount of years. And those that are looking to get that extra percentage because they've already built a really solid foundation. They are not ideal for beginners, and whilst that may hurt a few people's egos, it's the honest truth. If you are just starting out running and you're getting your body used to the motion of running, adding in something that is going to cause more impact to your joints, your muscles, and your tendons and ligaments is not a good idea. Make it as soft an impact for your body as possible, meaning get the shoes with the most foam, allow your body to adjust to the sport of running before you make it harder on your bones, tendons, ligaments in the first place. The plate will change how your foot loads, meaning that some people will actually experience more calf pain after running in carbon-plated shoes. I know when I started running a few years ago, or came back to running, I had a carbon-plated shoe and immediately I got calf pain that I couldn't get rid of until I stopped using the shoe. And it took a long time to get rid of that pain and slowed my progress down a hell of a lot. So if you're only running twice a week and you're thinking about whether I should get a carbon-plated shoe, I would err on the side of don't get one. Get something that you can run and stay injury-free in, and you're going to see more progress in that. Here's what brands don't advertise about carbon-plated shoes. Firstly, they're unstable. Secondly, they're expensive as shit. And thirdly, the foam wears out a lot quicker than general running shoes. You're only going to get about 200 to 300 miles out of a carbon-plated running shoe. Of course, that is going to be different from different brands. But for example, these Alphafly 3s, you probably can't see it from there. But I ran a half marathon just to test them out when I first bought them. Immediately after 21 Ks, I had a huge crack. I think it's actually in the other shoe. But I had a huge crack all the way down the foam at the back here. And that's after one 20K run. So when you think about the cost per mile, they're very expensive. So you've got to weigh it up for you whether they're actually worth it. I know for myself, I probably wouldn't buy another pair of these again. So are they actually worth it? Well, you've got to split it into two camps. The first is if you're someone who runs for health and enjoyment, then they're probably not. If you're someone who is looking and you are in a place where you are looking for that extra 1%ers and you also have $300-400 spare, then yes, maybe they are worth it. So now I'm curious, would you spend an extra $400 on a 1 to 2% increase on your speed? Let me know, drop a comment, and as always, if you enjoyed this video, please share and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.